What do Goodfellas, True Romance, Bad Boys, Buffalo 66, Homicide: Life on the Streets, Freaks and Geeks, The Departed, Superbad, American Gangster, Pineapple Express, Damages, Californication, CSI Miami, Fringe, Seven Psychopaths, The Mentalist, Portlandia, and Community all have in common? They all made use of an excellent and underappreciated character actor who I bet you'll recognize but whose name you might not know. But first, what is a character actor? If you've never heard the term before, you might be thinking, well, aren't all actors character actors since all actors are playing characters? The term character actor delineates a specific subset of the thespian community. There's actually a little bit of debate over the exact definition of character actor. It can mean different things to different people. Probably the most accepted definition, and the one we'll be using for this video, is a supporting actor who plays unusual, interesting, or eccentric characters. The supporting bit in there is essential. Johnny Depp might play a lot of eccentric characters, but I think it would be wrong to call him a character actor. He's always the leading role. Character actors are by definition not leading men and women, and they often don't receive the praise that they deserve. A good way to tell if a particular performer is a character actor right away is if they deliver frequent, excellent performances, but their name isn't common knowledge. Sure, you might recognize them, but you won't have to refer to them as that guy or that person who was in that thing. Their names usually haven't infected the zeitgeist. The answer to the question from the beginning, what linked all those films together? The answer is Kevin Corrigan. This guy. Yeah, you know him. You've seen him in a bunch of stuff. So why didn't you know his name, huh? Well, maybe you did. But most people, your average layperson, unfortunately only recognize his face, even if they love the movies he's in and thinks he does a great job.
Precisely. An actual conspiracy to round out your education in conspiracies and theories thereof.
Your real name is Professor son.
My family name was Professor Berg, but we changed it when we were fleeing from the Nazis.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Many of my favorite actors are character actors, and for a long time now I've been wanting to make a video celebrating them. For every Keanu Reeves, there's a Joey Pants. For every Mark Ruffalo, there's a John Carroll Lynch. For every Bill Murray, there's a Stephen Tobolowsky. For every Adam Sandler, there's a Christopher McDonald. For every Jodie Foster, there's a Ted Levine. These guys are the bedrock of many great films and give some of the best performances you're likely to see, but come awards time, they never get their due. The very nature of the type of roles that they take on means they're likely to be overlooked by the masses. Buffalo Bill might be one of the most memorable film characters to grace the silver screen. He even just edges out Hannibal Lecter in my eyes. But your average moviegoer can't tell you that Ted Levine played him. And if you tell them it's the same guy who played the police captain on Monk, they'll lose their shit. The upshot is that people within the film industry recognize their talent, and cinephiles do sometimes pay them the respect that they deserve. It is an interesting thing to ponder why certain actors are leading men and women and why some are character actors. Let's try to break it down. One simple truth of the matter is that oftentimes these smaller character actor roles are far more interesting than the protagonist roles. More interesting to audiences, but also more interesting to the actors themselves, which can make the role more appealing despite the lack of glamour. Character actor roles are often extremely challenging and require incredible talent, which explains why so many supremely talented individuals don't have as high profile of a career as they otherwise could. These type of roles attract chameleon actors who will often transform themselves for every role and present themselves in nearly unrecognizable form from one film to the next. Or some character actors excel in playing one specific type of character and don't feel a need to broaden their filmography to a wider range of roles. It's a natural assumption that all actors want to be stars, but is that really true? For some, character acting is an entry point. Some performers may use character acting roles as the stepping stones between bit parts and outright stardom, but others are exactly where they want to be. The late great Harry Dean Stanton, who admittedly has far more name recognition than some of the others that are going to be mentioned in this video, never wanted starring roles. He may have had a few great leading man roles over the years, but he was well known for preferring the smaller parts. In the documentary about him, Harry Dean Stanton, Partly Fiction, he says that he often decided which films to do based on which characters had the fewest lines. Those are the characters he liked. For Harry Dean Stanton, it was all about the presence, and if he could leave a deep impression without using words, those were the roles that excited him the most. There are actors who started off as character actors before making the transition into leading roles. Some have tried and not had the most success, but there are others who have found success, and some who made the transition so well that their character actor background is often forgotten about altogether. Great actors like Gary Oldman, Sam Rockwell, Bobby Cannavale, Michael Stolberg, Ben Mendelsohn, Scoot McNairy, Melissa Leo, Alfred Molina, and even Paul Giamatti all started out with a healthy back catalog of character actor roles, and some of them still seek out those type of roles, even as their fame has grown. Some like Scoot McNairy and Ben Mendelsohn are still sort of in between, either mid-transition or keeping a foot in both worlds. And honestly, as much as I like Gary Oldman's leading roles, it's his character actor work that I look back on the most fondly. Characters like Drexel Spivey in True Romance or Stansfield in Leon the Professional are way more exciting to me.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
flip side, there are definitely some leading actors who have a not insignificant character actor streak within them, or they pursue leading characters that display the same kind of intensity usually relegated to side characters. This encompasses people like Michael Shannon, Tilda Swinton, J.K. Simmons, Paul Dano, and you might disagree with me on this one, but maybe even Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, of course, is a worldwide box office hit of a leading man, and that encompasses most of his performances, sometimes sliding into generic big-budget actor man. But all of my favorite performances from him are the smaller, more challenging roles that push him to his limits and prove his talent at the craft. Makes me think that he's a character actor who stumbled into the leading man's spotlight. Honestly, what are his roles in Collateral and Magnolia if not character actor roles? When a character actor does come out with a starring role, they often go overlooked, at least partially because they don't have the name recognition of their contemporary leading men and women. Performers truly committed to character acting are the unsung heroes of the acting world. They take on the most challenging of roles and don't mind taking a back seat to those with name recognition. Now, let's take some time and pay a few of them the recognition that they so desperately deserve. I'll list a few of the many projects they've been involved in with each person. Character actors tend to work a lot, so know that these are not all of their notable films. Another advantage to playing intensely interesting side characters is that the time commitment is smaller and allows for more roles in the calendar year. Some of these people are more well known than others, but none of them get enough credit, I don't think. These are some character actors that I really like. Please join me in celebrating these talented individuals. Christopher McDonald, Requiem for a Dream, Quiz Show, Thelma and Louise, Broken Flowers, The Iron Giant.
When I was down and out, I was a man who was 65 pounds overweight. I did this action. This was very appeasing. It nurtured me. It nurtured my spiraling brain that felt I was a loser, that felt I was lost.
John Hawkes, From Dusk Till Dawn, Winter's Bone, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, American Gangster.
Our relations get watered kind of thin between here and Little Arthur's.
You know all those people, Teardrop. You could ask.
Shut up.
None of them's gonna be in a great big hurry to tangle with you.
I said shut up once already with my mouth.
Xander Berkeley, Terminator 2, Air Force One, Heat, A Few Good Men, Candyman. John Carroll Lynch, Zodiac, Fargo, The Invitation, Shutter Island.
The knives I had in my car with the blood on them, that blood came from a chicken that I killed for dinner. What? I had knives in my car that weekend. Maybe Bill saw them and called the other officer on me.
Margot Martindale, Justified, BoJack Horseman, credited as character actress Margot Martindale. The Americans, Dexter.
Take what's coming. Mama. I'm saving your gun hand now.
Mama, don't hurt me.
Cross me again and I will leave you nothing.
Mama!
You ain't got to do You shut your mouth!
Mama!
Because you're crippled to the point of worthlessness. It ain't you down on that table. As it is, I have to hurt Cooper. And I like Cooper.
Mama, I love you. Mama, I love you. Mama, no!
Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water, Burn After Reading, Bone Tomahawk, Cabin in the Woods, The Man Who Wasn't There.
So you want to come over Monday night? I'm going to pick up some power drills, liberate my cabinets. Are you even listening to me?
Brad Dourif, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Child's Play, The Exorcist 3, Deadwood, Mississippi Burning.
The Gemini is dead.
No, I am not! I'm alive! I go on! I breathe! Look at me! Look at me! And tell me what you see.
I see a man who looks like Damian Karras. If you looked with the eyes of faith, you'd see me.
Jeffrey Jones, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Ed Wood, Deadwood, Amadeus, The Crucible, Beetlejuice.
No, I think I owe you an apology, sir.
Well, I should say you do.
Well,
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake. A family member dies, and you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you, anyway?
Well, I really don't know, sir. I mean, I didn't think I was talking to you. I thought I was talking to somebody else. You know, sir, that I would never deliberately insult you like that. I can't begin to tell you how embarrassed I am.
David Morse, The Green Mile, Treme, The Hurt Locker, John Adams.
If the Congress sees fit to honor me with a command, it will be my humble duty to serve.
Richard Kind, A Serious Man, Inside Out, Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Station Agent.
Why didn't you call me when you were there? It would have been nice if you called.
You know, I was busy, Andy. I couldn't see you.
No,
I'm
I'm not talking about that. Just call me. I figure if you're in town, just call me and say hello. I didn't need to see you. I didn't need to come visit.
I know, but what's the difference? I could call you when I'm in L.A. I don't see the logic to it.
No, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be a putz. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no logic
Are you
to it.
are you out of your mind? If you go to Florida, you're not going to call Aunt Chad?
Not necessarily.
Oh, you come to town, you give me a call. Just
if
call.
I can't see you, there's no point in
I
calling.
didn't want to see you. What is the matter with you?
Stephen Tobolowsky, Groundhog Day, Californication, Spaceballs, Memento, Silicon Valley, Mississippi Burning.
Ned! Ryerson! Needle-nosed Ned the head? Come on, buddy. Case Western High. Ned Ryerson, I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show. Bing! Ned Ryerson got the shingles real bad senior year, almost didn't graduate. Bing! Again! Ned Ryerson, I dated your sister Mary Pat a couple times till you told me not to anymore.
Stephen Root, Office Space, Red State, most Coen Brothers movies, West Wing, King of the Hill, Boardwalk Empire.
But I said I don't care if they lay me off either, because I told Bill that if they move my desk one more time, then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit. And I told Dom too, because they've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married.
John Turturro, Miller's Crossing, Secret Window, Monk, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Quiz Show, The Night Of.
Oh no, don't do that. Not Marty. I saw Marty 3 times. The Best Picture from 2 years ago, and I don't know it.
Someone of your intellect, and it's such a simple question. Don't you see the drama of that?
Drama?
Mykelti Williamson, Forrest Gump, Justified, Fences, Heat.
You ever see what happens when you put too much lye in the scalding water? Well, it burns off the hair and the hog skin besides.
Noah Taylor, Submarine, The Assassination of Jesse James, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Almost Famous, Peaky Blinders, The Proposition.
Listen, I hope you don't mind, but your mother informs me that you have a girlfriend. Is there anything I can help you with there?
I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Yes. Listen, look, I know you think I'm very boring, you know, but once I ripped my vest off in front of a woman, and it was very effective, actually.
I know.
Yeah, it produced a very atavistic response.
Mark Margolis, Breaking Bad, Pie, Scarface, Requiem for a Dream, Oz.
16 number. This is insanity, Max.
Or maybe it's genius. I have to get that number.
Hold on, you have to slow down. You're losing it. You have to take a breath. I mean, listen to yourself. You're connecting a computer bug I had with a computer bug you might have had and some religious hogwash. You want to find the number 216 in the world, you will be able to find it everywhere. 216 steps from your street corner to your front door. 216 seconds you spend riding on the elevator. When your mind becomes obsessed with anything, you will filter everything else out and find that thing everywhere.
Clark Middleton, Sin City, Snowpiercer, Kill Bill Volume 2, Twin Peaks The Return.
White women call this the silent treatment. And we let them think we don't like it.
Shea Whigham, Boardwalk Empire, Machete, Take Shelter, Fargo.
And that's the price to keep him out of jail. Huh? So you go to him? Oh, your father?
I'm the one who can fix it.
He was supposed to amount to something.
He's still going to.
What? A man in an empty hotel? Pointing a gun at his brother?
I did it for the family.
You don't have a family. I do. Now you want that too? Nothing will fill that hole you got inside.
Garrett Dillahunt, 12 Years a Slave, Winter's Bone, Widows, Justified, The Road, The Assassination of Jesse James, No Country for Old Men, Deadwood. They actually killed off his character on Deadwood, then gave him another character in the next season because he was so good, and a lot of people didn't even notice. Full-on transformation.
Believing yourself past surprise does not commend you to me as a friend. A man inadequately sophisticated, or merely ignorant, or simply stupid, may believe himself past surprise, then be surprised to discover, for example, that Mr. Hurst already knows of my inclinations and finds them immaterial. Suggesting as a corollary that your skills for blackmail and manipulation no longer are assets to you, and for your fatuous belief in their efficacy, in fact, have become liabilities. In short, you've overplayed your hand. Now, I should think, in consequence, now recognizing yourself as a man past his time, that during this last transitional period, you would devote yourself with grateful and quiet diligence to such uses as others may still find you suitable.
William Fichtner, Black Hawk Down, Wrong, Equilibrium.
When I was 16, a friend dared me to douse my face with acid. It was stupid. I wanted to impress him, and I did it without thinking about it. But I did have a choice. Look at me now.
Who are you?
I'm a man just like you, but I want to tell you a bit about what I do for a living. It might be of interest to you. I'm the founder of a company that specializes in abuse prevention for pets. I love pets more than anything in this world, and I can't stand the thought of them being hurt.
Keith David, Community, The Thing, They Live, Platoon, Roadhouse, and a shit ton of voice acting.
March, man, in Tennessee. Sniffed the pines, sniffed that cross-mounted pussy down by the river. Woo! Hot damn, boy!
Michael Bowen, Kill Bill, Jackie Brown, Breaking Bad, The Player.
My name is Bucks, and I'm here to fuck.
And Dale Dickey, Leave No Trace, Winter's Bone, Hell or High Water, Justified, My Name is Earl, Breaking Bad.
If you're listening, child, you got your answer.
So I guess come the nut cutting, blood don't really mean shit to the big man. Am I understanding that right?
Don't you dare. Don't. I want you to listen to me, child. You need to turn around and get yourself on home.
And plenty of others. You can notice a number of trends going through these actors' filmographies. You can tell that some people within the industry really do recognize their talent and know how to utilize them. So many of these character actors popped up on shows like Deadwood and Justified, and nearly all of them were on at least one episode of The X-Files or Twilight Zone at some point. Hopefully the next time you see one of these people pop up in something, instead of going, hey, it's that person, maybe you'll know their name. Who knows? And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Check out more content here on Brickwall Pictures. I'll see you in the next video. And yes, this is my real voice. I just sound like this. Get over it.